everybody. I hope you're doing well. So, we're all hearing a lot of information that's coming out about the Cassie Diddy trial, and I have a question. Wow, some of this is getting very interesting, and I'm going to say shocking. So, with regard to Cassie, on the screen here we have a screenshot that says, and all the information that we're gathering is from the transcripts. Okay, the transcripts are from the court. So here on the screen it reads, Ventura. They're asking a question. The attorney, did you have arguments? And she responds, yes, they were violent arguments, usually resulted in physical abuse and dragging different things. He would mash my head, knock me over, drag me, kick me. And of course, there's that video at the hotel. My question is this, and I'm going to say this ahead of time because I know people get emotional. If this is triggering DV, it may not be for you, but I want to know, is she a complete victim, or maybe is it possible that she could be a participant? You see this on the screen? The physical abuse, the dragging, different things. What this behavior had gone on, I find it disturbing when they were having these, what do they call, the freak offs. Allegedly, Diddy and she, I gotta say allegedly, were texting about her menses. Oh, want to see if she was going to be on her menstrual cycle. So they could do what? Plan the freak offs. Say what? And, I guess they're going through dates. To plan the freak offs. Duly noted. Then you've got male prostitutes. I mean, the depravity is unreal. One male worker said that Cassie, gotta say allegedly, asked him to urinate on her, requested a golden shower. And they asked if it was Diddy. No, he said Cassie. Now, one also did say, I'm not sure if it's the same one, that during these encounters that Diddy would, take their identification and take photos of it. And that was pretty much like intimidation. So let's listen to this court report here, okay? Court reporter speaking up upon the Don Richard testimony in the Diddy trial with regard to what was happening between Cassie and Diddy. Okay?
Yeah, well, Rosanna and Kurt, pop singer Dawn Richard testified that she frequently witnessed Diddy display abusive and violent behavior toward Cassie Ventura. Richard said she frequently saw Diddy punch, choke, drag, slap, and kick her, and that he threatened to kill Richard if she talked. Richard, who was a member of the group Danity Kane,
wow. So he choked?
Testified that Diddy threatened her the day after he physically assaulted Ventura, taking a swing at Ventura with a skillet and saying that she and another woman who saw the attack could go missing if they didn't stay quiet. When Richard was asked
wow.
what she thought that meant, she said she believed Diddy was saying that she and the other woman would die. Richard alleged that security rarely intervened and said she urged Ventura to leave the relationship, but eventually stopped suggesting it out of fear for her own safety.
Wow. So it's one of those things that seems like it was just common. See, I'm trying to understand, was she a total victim or maybe a participant? I think it is that she was a participant in some things, like maybe the freak offs, but she didn't want this on the screen. She didn't want the dragging, who would, the mashing of the head, the knock me over, the dragging, the kick me. She didn't want that part. But see, it goes hand in hand with the power structure. To accept the abuse, and in return, what he can do for you, the parties, the clothes, the money, got your record deal, your jet setting here and there. It was so sick. They said he allegedly that he paid a nursing home to shut down, and that had different people, men and women, taking their turns being with Cassie, even making it seem like dealing with some of the nursing home men who were in diapers. And that she said something to the effect like that was the gross part. In diapers? Excuse me, say what? Again, I think part of her is this the price that you pay for fame? Probably thinking, okay, I'm going to go ahead and deal with this and let me guess. My opinion, again, just what I think. I'm going to be successful, then leave it behind. And then before you know it, your singing career is not as top as you may have thought, label after label after label. And then, winning your Grammy and all that kind of stuff may not happen, but you're in this cycle you can't get out. One male SCX worker said, she asked him for a golden shower. She asked him to urinate on her. They asked him specifically, was it Diddy? No, Cassie. Even that, maybe that's what she wanted, or maybe she was doing what she thought he wanted. They talk about an escapade where she was abused. One report said 10 hours, 14 hours for a man to brutally SA her for hours as he's standing back watching and taking pleasure in it. Standing back watching is what it says. So my question is, after this right here,
Richard said she frequently saw Diddy punch, choke, drag, slap, and kick her, and that he threatened to kill Richard if she talked. Richard, who was a member of the group Danity Kane, testified that Diddy threatened her the day after he physically assaulted Ventura, taking a swing at Ventura with a skillet and saying that she and another woman who saw the attack could go missing if they didn't stay quiet.
from what they're saying, so other people are saying, and this must be the norm, that I think is part of the trade-off. Dangle this fame, and this is what you want, and you got this jet-setting lifestyle, all the beautiful clothes, and going here and there, and the makeup, but the price that you're paying. Maybe she thought, I'm going to pay this small price, and then once I'm successful, I'm going to be gone. So far, dealing with this, she's got what, $30 million? But what about the mental and emotional abuse? I don't know if a therapist can even cure this. I don't know. But hey, you got $30 million. Most singers don't come out with that. 20 million from Itty Bitty Diddy, and 10 million I hear from the hotel. They're even discussing, they've got these text messages, and it said, reported that she's done what? I'm like, say what now? Hundreds. I can't believe this. Hundreds of freak offs. They even have text messages between her and Diddy. Allegedly, they're talking about her menses, her menstrual cycle. For planning purposes, What do you think about this week here? Oh, I'm going to skip this month. For planning purposes of a freak off, discussing her menstrual cycle? The conversation is back and forth. Is this the price you pay for fame? So in some of these communications that are going on, the text messages don't lie. So we can't be one-sided. I think he's sick, and I don't feel sorry for that old sick old simp sitting up in that hot seat. I don't care if he ever gets out. I do not care less. But we can't pretend because a woman now changes her demeanor, is very calm, and well, she has the white hat on and didn't know what was happening. From what I'm seeing, there is an element of participation in this. We don't know right from wrong. So what I'm thinking is, it looks like to me, from what I can see, some of these freak offs, based on these text messages that's been reported, the girl was down for it. However, she probably just wasn't down for this right here. The dragon. Who would be? Mashing you up in your head, knock me over, drag me, kick me. Who wouldn't? And the hotel footage shows that. Who would be for that? But see, however, that's part of the deal, dealing with the abuse. It's like a woman with a man that's abusive, and she's like, "Oh, you don't understand. When it's good, it's good. Well, so far I've gone 2 months without getting slapped, and she think that's okay. But when he's good and he loves me, you only see the bad in him." So what she's trying to do is rationalize this relationship. He loves me, but I have physical abuse. He loves me, but drags me, smash my head, and knock me over, drag me, kick me. Some women do that. Well, it doesn't happen every day. And then you can rationalize that, and you look at the trade-off: the parties, the clothes, the celebrity, the cameras in your face, the paparazzi. Oh, you feel like a movie star. That's the balance. It's a sick balance, but that's the balance, I believe. And that's why I think the participation takes place, the agreements. Did you not? They said he had some cops on the payroll. Who hasn't heard about the alphabet boys, the FBI? And then some said, hey, she finally went to him. I don't know. Some people say they think that's what, tipped them off. It's so good for her. But this here is a total victim or partial participant. It could be both. That she participated in this behavior, looking at the trade-off, and then became in the process, you also become a victim of his abuse, his anger, his depravity. Oh, this going on. It's one of the girl. I mean, she could have been unalived, kicking somebody, hitting somebody with a skillet. Well, I'm sorry, it didn't make contact. It was like I think he tried to he hit at her. So I don't think it made contact with her body or head, or that could kill a person. But the anger, wow, the anger.
Saw Diddy punch, choke, drag, slap, and kick her, and that he threatened to kill Richard if she talked. Richard.
Wow. They even said she had a boyfriend. I guess he wanted the guy out the way. Allegedly, the next thing you know, he threatened to bomb the guy's car, and then the car go boom. Oh, this talk about a bully. I guess he thought he was like the Don. You and those puffy lips finna puff up in that prison. He put himself in there. All these people, male and female, talking about him. Male and female, same old thing. S-A-S-A, S-A-S-A. So you think everybody lying? Nah. Male and female talking about this guy. Where they do this at? Puff land. I have no sympathy for him. But I am going to say this. Listening to some information that's coming out, this isn't like someone was just a total victim. There is an element here of participation on the part of Cassie. And some women don't want to say it. I get it, but we got to be realistic. There is an element of participation. You sitting up here going over your menstrual cycle so y'all can plan the freak offs? And then it says she engaged in hundreds, wow, of freak offs. And this is how I'm going to say this, how dumb. Now, this little bitty broke down me. And I said, look, they are so stupid. This right here. And I'm assuming that Cassie was, subpoenaed by the prosecutor. But they are so stupid. When you have money like that, I'm little me, broke down me, okay? But this is how stupid they are. Who the hell is your lawyer, fool? If it was me, if I'm paying you $20 million, I got a news flash for you. We've got a disparagement clause. We got a clause that you cannot even say my name. I got a news flash for you. And this paperwork, $20 million, guess what, honey? I'm going to need you to leave the country, and I give your whereabouts. You will not set foot in American soil at least maybe 5 or 10 years. I don't know if there's a statute on this nonsense, but that's what I would do. That's just me, I ain't the brightest. But look how stupid they are. I said, look at this. You done paid $20 million, and she's still whipping your old puff, itty bitty butt to shreds on the stand. You would have to leave the country for me to pay that kind of money. Still getting screws. They're so stupid. I'm just saying that's just me in my mind. So no, we're gonna cover all bases, so you will not even mention my name. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and leave the United States for the next 5 or 10 years. It's up to you. Then hell, we don't have a deal because you're gonna screw me anyway. That's what I would do. But hey, that's just me. Well, she ain't gonna sign. Well, hell, that's fine. She already talking right now. I'm just saying. So that's how dumb they are. They are so stupid. They think black women don't know. I would have had a clause up in it. She can't even mention my name, girl, out your mouth in no social setting, no social media. And you're gonna have to live at an undisclosed location. It's gonna be outside of America for the next 5 or 10 years. I'm not gonna hear your mouth. Why you couldn't put that in the country? They are so stupid. I would have with this nonsense going on. Even that with the tape, so stupid. Jimmy Buffett, he had these in Palm Beach. He loved to surf. He bought a house, paid $275K. What was that house for? The house just held Jimmy Buffett's my goodness, how can I be a Floridian and not know surfboards? He paid $275 for a house, and that house it held nothing but his surfboard collection. These fools are so stupid, which I'm glad they got caught, but they think they're so smart. If it was, I wouldn't engage in this kind of behavior. Let's just say I have a whole lot of cartoons, okay? And they're like, hey, you can have that cartoon. Well, I would at least go ahead and maybe find a condo or some other place in somebody else's name. Sure as hell ain't mine. Put the person on salary. You don't go into the house. I just want your name on it. Since he's in a kind of lifestyle, you should have had all your tapes over there, dum dum. And don't even you will never meet that person ever in life again. You might want to have like a pass through, but you're so stupid. They're so dumb. So if you want to go watch that mess, these that you're looking at, you wouldn't have it in my house, but they're so dumb. Yay! One for stupidity. That's how the alphabet boys got you. Would have had, man, you could have had that mess offshore or something. Stupid. But you got it all up in your house. Dum da dum dum. All up in your house. Not that I'm trying to tell anybody about any criminal activity. Fool, you ain't heard. Anyway, so yeah, but you get what I'm saying. They're so dumb. Rich and still dumb. I could have told you that, puff, puff, itty bitty, stupid Diddy. I could have told your ass that. What are you doing? Fool, you ain't heard of the Cayman Islands? You got a jet. You ain't heard of that? You ain't heard of get a house in your second cousin, third cousin, best friend, mama name? I'm just saying, if you're in that lifestyle. And you will never be seen talk, well, it'll be a pass through. And that person, when I have keys to the house, nobody will. You're so dumb. You could have had a freaking courier to go to a location, pick up a package, and bring it to you, then take it back. You could have had that. But no, he's so dumb. He had all that mess, which I'm glad he did. He had all those tapes and stuff in his house. Oh, you are, man, you are stupid. I am a college dropout. I got more sense than that, boo. Somebody coming for me now. Gee, you know what I forgot? I forgot to mention they have an account in the Cayman Islands. I wonder what he got down there. You can watch my social media. I see how you playing. I got you. I see you. I got your little letter in the mail. You still ain't scaring nobody. They didn't know about that account in the Cayman Islands that you have down there? I remember. Matter of fact, since we went shopping, I still got the receipt. I may not be the smartest girl, but I sure as hell ain't the dumbest. Try me if you would like. Of course, we had the receipt because we used your card. Try me if you would like. You don't buy that art. So, what's in the Cayman Islands? So, I got your little letter in the mail. Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me, itty bitty. Y'all don't know who the person is, but they keep playing with me, Dan. Keep playing, Brad. I got your little letter in the mail. Keep playing. Keep on playing. You're not scaring anyone. I've been making moves too. Oh, I sure do. I've been making moves in your state, New York. You didn't know. Made some friends. Yeah. Keep playing. So I'm not the smartest girl. I sure as hell ain't the dumbest. But what's in the Cayman Islands? My shopping receipts, I kept them. I hope you're not doing anything funny down, not hiding any money. I hope not. Keep playing with me. Send one more letter to my address. You're going to see what's going to happen. You're not scaring anybody. Keep on, send me one more letter to my address. Either one. You got both of them since you want to play this kind of game. Go ahead. You're going to see what's going to happen. Because I'm going to send a letter and it's not going to be to who you like. Keep on playing with me. Got one more, since you want to stalk my social media, you got one more time, Dan, Brad, send me one more darn letter. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm gonna send. Yeah. And where my letter goes, that's not what you want. So you don't play a little game with me. You might be losing. Get your checkbook out. This is all on you, homeboy. So so I'm not the smartest girl. Never said that. But I'm not the dumbest. This right here, itty bitty ditty. Oh my gosh. You're done. You're done. He is so done. So yeah, I want to know, do you think she was a total victim? Total victim? Or was it possibly that she was a participant? I think she was a participant in some of this for the fame, the glory, the money, the lifestyle. But I think what happened when it came to the violence, that's when it was like, whoa, nobody wants that part. But see, you have to understand a relationship. When you got a sickle like this here, that's part of it. That's part of the control to deal with this right here. Oh, he does this every now and then, maybe not every day. So sometimes people rationalize things. Nobody wants to be kicked in the head, smash my head, knock me over, drag me. Nobody wants all of that physical abuse. Nobody wants that. Somebody trying to hit him with a skillet. Nobody wants that. But sometimes people see things and it ends to a mean. Would this behavior have been tolerated with the man she was there that could have been the plumber, maybe the guy that works selling the pizza, maybe the guy that does the delivery services? If it was one of those kind of guys that can maybe, pay your phone bill every month, would she have put up with the freak offs? And in return, he's going to pay her phone bill or maybe pay her car note every other month. Okay, the plumber. Hey, got a plumbing problem? You can call me. I'm your guy. Would this kind of would it have lasted this long? Would she have engaged in it for a guy that's just a plumber or a customer service job? He works at the cell phone place. He works in a corporate office and he makes 40 a year minus taxes. And he takes me out to dinner once a week at the 2 for 20. Would this kind of behavior have been tolerated? That's my question. Did she rationalize this abuse to say, hey, look what I'm getting in exchange? Sometimes people do that. So I beg again, I'm asking you, is she a total victim? Or maybe a victim and a participant? You can be both. You participate in this behavior and then you become a victim of DV. But there is an element here of participation. That's just facts. There is an element of participation. I do. That's my opinion. That's what I believe. That's my opinion. So let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And please hit the notification bells so you can be alerted whenever a new video drops. This right here, this case here, itty bitty ditty. The depravity is unreal. It is unmatched. This is unbelievable. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and I'm out. And as for itty bitty Dan, send me one more letter. This is, since you stalk my social media, this is your, I'm letting you know, send me one more letter. You will learn today. And I'm out. I'm not playing with you.